Have you been interested in getting into investment property as far as investing in rental properties or maybe houses to fix and flip? And you're looking at different ways to purchase these properties, maybe looking at MLS properties or getting them from wholesalers. Well, have you ever considered buying a property at auction, going down to the public auction and making a bid on a property and trying to pick one up there as well? Well, what I want to go over today is how do you go about looking at these auction properties. And so today I'm actually out looking at several properties myself, but I want to take you along on at least one house today to show you what I'm looking for when I look at these auction properties, keeping in mind that usually you're not able to get inside of the property. You're only able to see what you can usually from the street or maybe through a few open windows if possible. And so we're going to step out here at this property, which looks like it's going to be a beauty, but it does look like it's vacant. So we're going to take our chances and we're going to go ahead and step out and walk around this property a little bit, see if we can get some peeks maybe in some windows and kind of see what's going on the inside. So it will help us to come up with our numbers of what our potential renovation costs might be in order to get this property to top value to be able to purchase it, rehab it, and get it back on the market to sell and essentially make a profit and also make a happy homeowner in the end as well. So, all right, well, let's step out and get started. All right, so we're just stepping out to look at this property, which is a little bit over 2,000 square feet. I believe it's a 3-bed, 2.5 bath, and in fact comes with a pool in the back. And so we're gonna take a good peek at this property and try and get some views and some windows. Maybe we can get an idea of what the inside looks like, again, to help better understand what our renovation costs might be. So essentially, you know, we can purchase this property, renovate it, and also make a profit on the backside. So we want to make sure that, you know, we could fit our renovation costs into whatever we can purchase this property for. And keep in mind, you're taking a chance here on these auction properties because we're not going to be able to do a full inspection period like you would on a normal MLS purchase property. So we're going to have to purchase this property as is and hope for the best without looking at the attic or having any inspectors or anything come in and take a closer look. And so you are taking your chances. So when you do work your renovation numbers, make sure that you work in some miscellaneous numbers, and in that way you can use that on top of what you think it may cost to renovate in case you come across any unexpected items. And so keep that in mind as we're walking around. But we're going to take a good look at this property, and I'm pretty excited about this one because it's a great area and it has a good front look here. It has some nice pillars, good little tree in the front, just needs to be trimmed up a little bit, but great looking house on a great clean street. And so let's take a look around and we'll get started. Walking around this property here, we do have a nice big tree right here in the front yard. There we go. And you can see it has what used to be some nice landscaping beds. They just need to be cleaned up a bit. Now keep in mind it has been winter time, so it is about time to get the landscaping and everything going. So it's a great time to do that. You can see some rehab has already been done to this property. It looks like the shutters were painted and they put some cedar right above the lintel there for the windows and the doors, which is a great look. Let's walk around the right side of the property here just to show you real quick. And you can see on this side of the property, we do have gas service to this particular property, which is always a benefit to have a gas furnace or a gas stove. We also have a nice big AC unit. It does look a little bit older, but if I had to bet, it probably still is working condition, or at least one that could be serviced and get into use. Okay, so this particular property has some stucco across the front. Very clean property here. So we can get a better look at those, what looks like cedar or at least wood lintels, very decorative and looks nice. Here's a nice open window that we can look into, and you can get an idea of what the inside looks like. And I am very excited about this because you can see that it has tile floors, which looks like throughout most of the living space, which probably goes into the kitchen back there, which is great because now tile floors are perfect because we do not have to do anything except maybe clean those floors. I could also see what looks like new baseboard, new electrical fixtures, paint looks good. The only thing I really see missing in this particular space here from what we can see here is I don't see any crown molding. So crown molding is definitely a great feature to add to your homes. It really decorates it, makes the rooms look a lot fancier, and it just overall feels a lot better. It feels a lot of a richer type property when you add that crown molding. And you don't need much. It could be, You know, in smaller rooms, it could be a 3.5-inch crown, to where your bigger living rooms, maybe you go up to a 5.25-inch crown. And it just does a great job of making that space look amazing. All right, let's keep walking around this property here. We do have access to another window here as well. So we'll take a peek inside, and we can actually see more of the same here, to where you have that tile floor which goes into what looks like a wooden floor, which is very nice. And so really, for flooring expense minus cleaning, we do not have to put a lot into the rehab budget. So the only thing really so far that we've seen, minus cleaning and having to do a little bit of junk removal, you can see they got some boxes and different things like that, trash that needs to be removed. But all in all, adding some crown molding, I think will go a long way. Maybe some touch-up paint, getting all the junk removed out of here. But the fireplace back there is a great touch. If I had to guess, it's probably going to be a gas fireplace, since we have that gas meter on the outside of the property. And the fireplace overall is just a great feature. I also see can lights in the living room, so really, really great there. Now we're going to try and pan over here to maybe see a little bit of the kitchen. There we go. And so the kitchen, you can see we do have some granite countertops, newer cabinets, knobs, has a little pantry area there. And so all in all, a very clean property, and looks like was recently updated. So for this particular property, it looks like we're not going to have a very huge rehab budget. It looks like it's going to be more of a, clean up the miscellaneous junk, which you can see a lot of it here behind me. And just by removing that, maybe doing some touch-up paint, adding some crown molding. In the kitchen, I noticed that it was missing some appliances like the range. So, we are going to have a small expense there, but all in all, this can be a very quick and easy rehab. Come in, clean up, a few touch-ups, maybe appliances, add some landscaping in the front, and boom, this house will be ready to put back on the market. Now, the only thing that is sort of we got to check into a little bit more is going to be the backyard here, because there is a pool. And so if you can see the pool back here, the pool is always a great upsell for properties, in most cases, because there are some people that do not want pools. But for the most part, in South Louisiana, if you have a pool, especially a nice in-ground pool like this in a house, you're going to get more value on that particular property and typically sell it faster. And in this case, the pool does not look like it's in bad shape. It looks like a liner type pool. It is dirty, full of leaves, it's green. Keep in mind though, just like the landscaping, it is wintertime, and so it probably just hasn't been cleaned for this season yet, and so it's been a few months. So we can get in here, probably clean this one out, and it'll be great, sparkling blue again and ready for summertime, especially now that we're sort of approaching the springtime right now. It's a perfect time to get it cleaned and looking nice. So you can see here we just have more items that just need to be removed. But overall, the outside of the property looks great. We do have a lot of brick where we didn't notice much cracking or any kind of cracking really at all. So that tells us that the foundation is in good shape. You can even see what looks like fresh paint on most of the fascia and the soffit. It is a light blue color, not my favorite, but it's something that we can work with. And we just have a little bit more junk back here. And look, as an added bonus, it looks like we do have some granite countertops that we can maybe reuse in another property as well. So I hope you enjoyed this short video all about walking around an auction property, so that way you can get an idea of what it's like to look at these properties, things to look for, how to evaluate them, and be ready to go and bid on an auction property. And so I hope you enjoyed this and you can use this information in your own business. And please leave a comment below. I want to hear your thoughts on what you thought about this property. And if you have any questions or anything about evaluating these auction type properties, I would love to hear it. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, ring that little bell so you get notifications whenever we post new videos. And I just hope that you take the chance, go start looking at some auction properties properties in your hometown that are coming up, and go down to the auction and just see how the process works. So I'll do some other videos at a later time of actually going down to the auction and how that whole process works. But for now, just get familiar going and looking at these properties, learn how to evaluate them, learn how to do comps, go down to the auction, meet people, ask questions, learn more. So knowledge is power. And so the more you know about this topic, the better you'll get at it. But going down to auction is a great way for you to get a great deal on a property, especially as a new real estate investor or even a seasoned real estate investor. It is a great way to pick up a property for quick and for cheap and to make a great profit and return. And so I wish you the best. I hope you use these tools and look for other videos just like this one that are going to be coming out soon about more real estate investing and real estate tips. And between now and then, just get out there and build your empire. Thanks for watching this video, and if you're ready to take your business to the next level, hit that subscribe button below and become a part of the Empire Your Life community. And if you see the videos over to the side here, they're exactly what you need to see next. Get out there and build your empire.